sister of mine makes me so mad sometimes. I mean, just because she was lucky enough to beat me at checkers a couple of times. Okay, so it was 9 games in a row. But once or twice, I almost won. Well, who cares who wins, right? The important thing is to have fun. But she could have been a better sport about it. She didn't have to say I wasn't much of an opponent. I should have had her take that back. And I would have, too. If I had any idea what an opponent was. Maybe I can figure that out. Queens only. Reserved for royalty. No common people on bridge? This is silly. Why should I go all the way around when I can walk straight over?
Hold it right there. Alice, you weren't thinking of crossing the Queen's Bridge, were you?
Well, yes. Why has it been blocked off?
Because the Queen ordered it.
Oh, that's silly. I've crossed that bridge 1,000,000 times.
You have? Gracious, you must wear out a lot of shoes.
Oh, no. I don't mean I've really crossed the bridge 1,000,000 times. I was just exaggerating on purpose, to make a point. I just meant I use the bridge a lot.
Oh, you used to use it a lot. Someone tracked mud on the bridge, and that mud got on the Queen's shoes. So from now on, that bridge is for her use only.
Well, that doesn't seem fair. My feet aren't muddy.
Well, if you've got a complaint, you better hurry up and write it down and put it in here. I'm on my way to the Queen now with the royal suggestion box.
A suggestion box?
Yes. Anyone with a suggestion or comment, good or bad, may write it down and put it in this box. At the end of the week, the Queen reads them all.
Well, what kind of things do people say?
Oh, mainly about how wonderful the Queen is, and how lovely her shoes are, and how lucky we are to have her as a ruler.
No one ever complains or criticizes?
Criticize the Queen? Certainly not, why would I?
Well, maybe not you. But what about all the others?
What others?
I thought anybody could use the suggestion box.
Oh, yes, well, anyone can, I suppose. It's just that no one ever has. Until today, that is. It does seem rather full for once.
I wonder if the suggestions are about the closing of the bridge.
Oh, I certainly do hope not. Up until now, the Queen has never had anything but compliments.
All from you?
Well...
love Suggestion Box Day. You'd be amazed at the nice things all my subjects say about me. The subjects of Wonderland love their Queen, and they think I'm so divine. Their complimentary comments tell everything, and everything's going just fine. I get so excited on Suggestion Box Day. All of my subjects are special to me. I'm always so touched by the nice things they say, and they say them so generously. The people of Wonderland love their Queen, and they think I'm so refined. I love to hear all the good news that they bring, and their compliments are always too kind. I get so excited on Suggestion Box Day. It's full of such wonderful things. I love to read all the nice things that they say, and I feel as though I have wings. The subjects of Wonderland love their Queen, and they think I'm so divine. Now, let's read the first happy comment. Dear Your Majesty, I think you are wrong for banning us from crossing the bridge. You should open it again. This is an outrage. Someone has put a suggestion in my suggestion box.
Oh, not me. It must be a mistake. Here, try again.
Okay. Dear Your Majesty, and another thing, your decree about no more wading in the Wonderland pond is all wet. What? How dare they?
You banned people from wading in the pond?
Yes, it was wading in the pond, which led to tracking muddy footprints on the bridge, which led to my getting mud on my shoes. I won't have it.
Here, Your Majesty, read another one. I'm sure not all the comments are criticism.
Oh, okay. Dear Your Majesty, and as long as we're on the subject, the bridge could use a new coat of paint? Oh, this is an outrage. Oh, why, I don't have to listen to a bunch of silly complaints.
Well, isn't that the whole idea of a suggestion box?
Oh, when you're the queen, you learn to live with a few grumpy subjects. Why, I'll bet the queen where you live has to put up with complaining like this all the time.
Well, actually, we don't have a queen. We elect our leaders.
Elect? What's that?
Well, in an election, the people vote for the person they want. And whoever gets the most votes wins.
Oh, well, that has nothing to do with me. Queens are not elected. They just, are.
And it's a good thing, too. With all the complaints you're getting, you're not exactly the most popular.
Yes, Rabbit? Are you saying if we did have an election, I wouldn't get enough votes to win?
Oh, no, Your Majesty, no. I'd vote for you, even if no one else would.
I'll have you know I'm very popular. In fact, I'll prove it. I hereby decree that there will be a Wonderland election in which I shall run for office.
But, Your Majesty, your office is just down the hall. Why run when it's such a short walk?
Oh, no, Mr. Rabbit. To run for office means to try and win the election.
Oh, yes. I knew that. But, Your Majesty, isn't it a bit risky to run for office?
What's risky about it? I'm the only one they can vote for.
Well, Your Majesty, if you're the only one running, then there's no contest.
Yes, for it to be a real election, you need an opponent. Someone needs to run against you.
Against me?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, this election business is certainly a lot of bother. Well, all right. Rabbit, you be my opponent.
Me? Oh, no, Your Majesty, no, I couldn't. I'd make a terrible queen. No, I don't know the first thing about ruling. And besides, red isn't really my color.
Oh, you're not going to win, silly. The whole point of this election is to prove how popular I am. But all you have to do is run against me, lose, and then we can get on about our business.
But, Your Majesty, I'd really rather not.
I've made my decision. Go inform the rest of my subjects.
Yes, Your Majesty. Oh, carrot sticks.
Hi, Rabbit. How's it going over there?
Oh, fine. Actually, I wanted to talk to you two about... Oh, let's go around. Oops.
Here, we'll go back. Hold it! This isn't working. Rabbit, just stay where you are. You know, I wish the Queen had not closed this bridge.
You're not the only one. Everybody in Wonderland has been complaining about it.
Not everyone.
What are you talking about, Cat?
Just this, Bunny. There's more than one way to cross a bridge.
We're not all like the cats. Some of us have to keep our feet on the ground.
Can't you talk to the Queen and get her to open the bridge?
Oh, well, I suppose I could talk to her after the election.
What election?
Oh, the Queen is running for Queen of Wonderland.
Rabbit, has anyone told her that she already is Queen of Wonderland?
She knows that already. She just wants to prove that even if she weren't queen, she's popular enough to be elected.
So let me guess. Now you're out trying to get everyone to vote for her.
No, now I'm out telling everyone I'm running against her.
You?
Running for Queen?
If you must know, I'm only doing this because the Queen ordered it. And if I did win, which I won't, I wouldn't be queen. I'd be king.
Yes, of course, Your Majesty.
Very funny. Look, this whole election business makes me terribly uncomfortable. I know I haven't a chance of winning, but I feel very funny indeed being the Queen's opponent.
We understand, Rabbit.
You do?
Sure, and I think we can help. All you need is somebody to manage your campaign.
My what?
Your campaign. Everything you do to try to win the election.
So, as your campaign managers, we're gonna help you run. Rabbit, you are more than you may know.
Rabbit, you've got what it takes to make a campaign go! Go!
Well, how about it's time for a change?
For the new face on the range.
We'll get it said and done because we're helping Rabbit run.
You hear what I said?
Helping Rabbit run. How about a bunny for the people?
Or a bunny for the masses.
If anyone can't see that slogan, they must need glasses. You're what Wonderland needs.
If the bunny succeeds,
We'll get it said and done because we're helping Rabbit run.
how about you, D?
Helping Rabbit run. I'm with you, dumb. Helping Rabbit run. What you waiting for?
Run, Rabbit, run.
Well, gee. I don't know. I don't want to do too good a job running against the Queen. It might make her angry.
Come on, Rabbit, what are you worried about?
Yeah, we're just in this for the fun of it. And besides, you're just doing what the Queen told you to do.
Vote Rabbit? A bunny for the people? Oh. It's time for a change. Time for a change?
What's wrong, Your Majesty?
Oh.
Oh, gee. Looks like Mr. Rabbit is pretty serious about this campaign.
Serious? I'll show him serious. Rabbit.
All right. At 2 o'clock, you have to be in the mushroom forest to have your picture taken with the caterpillar.
And at 2:30, you're making a speech in front of the Royal Carrot Growers Society.
Rabbit Campaign Headquarters. Remember to vote, Rabbit. How may I help you?
What? Who is this?
Tweedledum. My brother and I are campaign managers for the Rabbit.
Well, let me talk to the rabbit.
Sorry, Your Majesty, the Rabbit can't come to the phone right now.
What? Why not?
We're busy helping him plan his campaign. May I have him call you back?
Oh, never mind. Oh, can you believe it? The Tweedles are working for the rabbit as his campaign managers.
Oh, maybe you should get a campaign manager too, Your Majesty.
Yes, excellent idea, Alice. I'll fight fire with fire, as they say. Now, who shall I choose? Cat's never around when you need him. The caterpillar is smart, but he moves too slowly. Wait, how about you, Alice?
Well, I'm afraid I don't know much about campaign managing, Your Majesty.
Oh, but there isn't anyone else. Well, except
The
Hatter and the Hare.
Well, you know, the colors are good, but something's
the
missing.
message is to the...
It is.
Oh, Your Majesty!
Oh,
We are indeed honored that when you decided you needed campaign managers...
You thought of us first.
yes, well, you understand that this is a very important job.
Oh, don't worry, Your Majesty. You're in good hands. After all, we're your most loyal subjects.
How true that is.
Oh, really?
Vote Rabbit potholder. Now, where did that come from?
Don't blame me.
I'm sure I don't know.
Well, now, back to planning your campaign. First, you need a campaign slogan.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's a saying that tells everyone why they should vote for you, like, vote for the Queen. She's not that mean.
I love it.
I hate it.
We'll change it. Oh, I'm telling you, Your Majesty, this campaign is going to be big. Balloons, posters, TV commercials.
Speeches, parades, news conferences.
Tea parties. That sounds like a lot of work.
That's what an election campaign is all about, Your Majesty.
You gotta get out there and shake a few hands.
You gotta shake a few hands, you gotta kiss a few babies, address all the issues, but answer with maybes. Wave through the crowd, smile like you mean it, and before you know, you'll be elected the queen. It may not be easy, but you've got what it takes.
And you're used to the job, learn from your mistakes.
Wow!
Not that you've made any, no, quite the contrary.
You're a shoo-in, Your Highness. We all love you very, very much.
Oh, yes, indeed, you know we do, especially me.
And me too, but still to win the voters, here's what you must do. You gotta shake a few hands, you gotta kiss a few babies, address all the issues, but answer with maybes. Wave to the crowd, smile like you mean it, and before you know, you'll be elected the queen. Read our lips, you'll be elected the queen. Yes, sir, you'll be elected the queen. Trust us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the next Queen of Wonderland.
The Queen of Wonderland.
4 more years. 4 more years.
Brava.
Brava.
There you are.
Yes, here I am. And there I am, too. And there, and there, and there. Oh, I can't seem to get away from myself no matter where I go.
Nothing personal, but having your picture all over my mushrooms doesn't exactly thrill me either. What is the purpose of this ridiculous election anyway?
Oh, the Queen's just doing it to prove how popular she is.
If she wants to be popular, she should start by reopening the bridge and then by removing the ban on wading in the Wonderland pond.
You like wading in the pond?
Of course. The caterpillar likes to dip his tootsies from time to time.
Yes. Well, if it were up to me, you could.
Really? Perhaps I should vote for you in the election.
Oh, no, certainly not. The whole point of this election was for the Queen to win, opposed to being her opposition in the first place. But she insisted, and you know how the Queen won't stand for anyone to oppose her. So now I'm her opponent.
If you say so. But now that I think about it, your reluctance to run reminds me of a story.
Once there was a young lion named Elton. Elton was special because his father, King George, was the king of beasts. Everyone expected Elton to follow in his father's footsteps, but Elton didn't really want to be the next king. Elton wanted to play the piano, and he was very good at it. All the beasts loved to listen to Elton play the piano, and Elton loved to play. Then one day, King George decided to retire. It was time for Elton to take his place on the throne. Elton was not very good at being king, and worst of all, Elton had no time to play the piano. Fortunately, King George was very wise. He could see that Elton did not want to be king. "I want you to be happy, my son," said King George. "Go back to playing the piano." "But who will rule the kingdom?" asked Elton. "I've decided to let each beast take a turn at being king," his father replied. So everyone was happy. The kingdom was ruled by a bunch of beasts. King George was free to retire. And lucky Elton could play the piano to his heart's content.
Good story. I don't think I'm any better suited to be king than Elton was.
Rabbit, there you are. We've been looking all over for you. We've got great news.
You do? Did the Queen change her mind? Is the election cancelled?
No, man. Listen up. You have challenged the Queen to a debate.
I have?
That's right. Isn't that great?
Oh, certainly. What's a debate?
A debate is when the candidates in an election, such as you and the Queen, argue with each other about which one should be elected. Thank you.
Precisely. And the best news is, this debate is going to be on TV all over Wonderland. I hope he doesn't do that when the cameras are on him.
Hello, Wonderland. I'm Wayne Fontaine, and this is Ask the Candidates. As you all know, this is the debate between our two distinguished candidates, the Queen of Hearts and her opponent, the White Rabbit. Now, this is how our debate works. Each candidate gives an opening statement, and then we go to the phones so you can ask the candidates. Your Majesty, you may go first.
Thank you, Wayne. I'd just like to say that a vote for me is a smart thing to do, if you know what's good for you.
Rabbit?
I would like to say that if I'm elected, I don't really know what I'll do, since none of this was any of my idea in the first place.
Now let's go to the phones. Caller number 1, ask the candidates.
I'd like to ask, can either candidate recommend a good Chinese restaurant?
Chinese restaurant? What does that have to do with anything?
We'll take that as a no, Your Majesty. Rabbit?
You know, actually, there's a lovely little place on the corner of Wonderland-wide and Mock Turtle Avenue. Their Cantonese carrots are delicious.
Caller number 2, ask the candidates.
Yes, I've got a real problem with weeds in my garden. Any suggestions?
Weeds in his garden? What kind of question is that for an election debate?
Actually, caller, I find that a good hoeing once a week really does help keep the weeds down. It's true.
So far, I'd score this debate Rabbit 2, Queen nothing.
Caller number 3, ask the candidates.
Mine here? Hi, Wayne. My question is, if they were elected, what would each candidate change about Wonderland?
Finally, a real question. When I'm elected, I wouldn't change anything about Wonderland. After all, I'm doing a great job already.
I'd reopen the bridge for all to use again, and I'd allow wading once again in the Wonderland pond. Oh, yes, and I'd give the bridge a new coat of paint.
I like what the rabbit has to say. I think I'll vote for him.
Me too.
But I thought you were working for the Queen. How are you going to explain this to her?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Especially once the rabbit opens it up again.
Ah, righty-roo, yeah.
Wait. I wasn't finished answering yet.
Go ahead, Your Majesty.
What I meant was, I wouldn't change a thing about Wonderland, except all the stuff the rabbit just said.
Your Majesty, you mean it? You really would open up the bridge and the pond again?
Of course.
Well, if you would do that, then everyone will surely vote for you. And if everyone votes for you, then there's no reason for my running against you. I hereby resign from this election.
You heard it here first, folks. The rabbit is no longer running.
That's right, Your Majesty. You've got my vote. I'm sure there will be no objection to my self-ejection from this election. In conclusion to this confusion, please accept this humble suggestion. After weighing up all of the issues, after sizing up all of our needs, here's my final campaign quote. Please take note. You've got my vote. Yes, indeed. I hereby, henceforth, heretofore, and herewithal, heartily announce my withdrawal. Whereas furthermore, therefore, wherefore, and what for, I'm running against you no more. After weighing up all of the issues, after sizing up all of our needs, here's my final campaign quote. Please take note, you've got my vote. Yes, indeed.
Well, there's no debate about one thing.
What's that?
In this election, we're all winners.
Congratulations there, Hatter. I knew we'd come through.
You know, Dinah, if my sister wants a good opponent to play checkers against, that's what she'll get. I'm going to practice 20 hours a day until I'm the best opponent she's ever seen. Okay, not 20 hours. That's a slight exaggeration. About 10 hours. Okay, 1 hour. After all, I need some time to play with you.